Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another Citizen Tech Talk episode. Sorry I haven't been on, guys. The weather up here where I live now has been extreme over summer and recently, obviously, with the floods in Australia. We recently actually had the studio flood as well, so that's been another thing I've had to deal with. And it's just been a roller coaster the last couple of months, so I do apologize for not making any videos in that time. But as the weather has finally started to actually cool down and autumn has actually begun, I can finally do some videos for you moving forward. So guys, I will be coming up with the first months or the first name and shame list for the year. It's over 3 slides. And yeah, quite a few toxic people on the way. So the purpose for this video itself at the moment is to discuss the psychology of cheating in video games. The gambling aspect, the addiction aspect, the toxic behavior aspect of actual cheaters in Valorant specifically, and obviously games across the industry. By no means is this, just tied to our community in Valorant and only Valorant only. This is an issue across the entire industry, across all developers, and developers are to blame. The problem is, a game development company is there to make a product, to be sold, to make money, to then make more products, to be sold, to then make money. The consumer, the end user, the gamer is the last thing on their minds possible. They are focused on the money aspect of it. And this is where we bring in people with psychosis and people with schizophrenia and all these mentally unhealthy psychopaths and sociopaths in the workplace. So the problem is that businesses are currently run by the mass majority of psychopaths and sociopaths who are focused on short-term goals and money gain only. If you look at Todd Howard, you look at the directors of Cyberpunk 2077 and CD Projekt Red now compared to The Witcher 3, and other games like Warzone, Call of Duty, Battlefield, EA, developments, even some Ubisoft developments, pretty much across the entire industry. Activision Blizzard has now been bought out by Microsoft, I think it is. DICE, look what DICE have done. It's not a isolated case just to Riot, and it is certainly not an isolated case just to Valorant itself. It is a epidemic across our industry. Now, the problem being is there are so many excuses made for, Unreal Engine 4 being open platform through Epic, and, anyone can write a hack and rah-rah-rah. What it comes down to, there has been a social shift in mental health in the world, and that mental health shift has been in a negative way. So we look at the negative left, the feminist agenda, the Me Too movement, the whole not smacking your kids thing, and all that kind of delusional behavior, that psychotic behavior, and policies made by people that don't have children to support those behaviors to begin with. You are the pot calling the kettle black in that respect. You are someone that is not qualified or educated or has any understanding of how to nurture a child and raise a child and deal with a child on a daily basis. And you're putting in policies to stop parents doing what they need to do to make sure those children have a bright future and a strict, structured outlet for the future. They need to work within the confines of society. Hence why we've had such an explosion of psychotic people in the workplace, psychopaths, sociopaths, people with schizophrenia, people who are generally toxic, hateful, narcissistic human beings. And some people will say, narcissism is a personality trait. It's a mental health disorder. No, it's a way someone chooses to behave. It is usually induced through life experiences, usually negative, or catastrophic. And those people move from narcissism to psychopathy, then to sociopathy. And yes, psychopathy and sociopathy are very much different things. Psychopaths don't have the emotional range of a normal human being. They don't feel empathy. They don't understand what love is. They have no loyalty, respect, or are trustworthy in any way because they have their own agenda and way of doing things. So in today's video, I want to show you how your brain affects how you think and the gambling addiction aspect of it. So if you are to purchase money in, let's say, skins in Valorant, for example, and then you are to use hacks on top, why? The why factor. Now, we know people cheat left, right, and center in Valorant. I've got a couple of Reddit posts that I want to show you, some videos as well as this medical information that's going to back that all up and explain why people cheat, explain the mental health aspects of cheating and the dangers that you're getting yourself into while you cheat. So anyway, without further ado, instead of me rambling on for another 10 minutes, let's just get straight into the video. All right, guys, so today we are looking at Valorant specifically as the main focus because obviously I am a hacker hunter for Australia at least. And believe it or not, there are hacker hunters in America and Europe as well who are hunting down people and removing them from the community en masse. And this is something that I've been focusing on doing for just the last few months. And I'm in the last few months is maybe, 8 months now? And I've had wild success with it. Multitudes of people have been banned. And the community is starting to grow on Twitch, which is absolutely fantastic. Like-minded people who are sick of grinding so hard to get good at the game, are really good at the game, but are being held back in iron or bronze or silver because of the hackers that are using the easy, lazy road to becoming, immortal or radiant level. The problem being is they're actually setting themselves up for massive, massive failures in future. And these failures actually trickle over into real life as well through the psychology of cheating. Because if you are to steal someone else's work in the workplace and put your name to it, you're taking the easy way out. You get the promotion, you get, all the accolades of having, that work behind your name. Although you know for yourself that work was somebody else's, but you never got caught for it. So you're gambling with your career. You're gambling on someone like myself coming into your workplace as a colleague on the same level as yourself or below you who catches you in the act. And then you get found out, in this case reported in-game for cheating, and you react very negatively. So one thing I've noticed recently on my stream and on YouTube, I have reported certain people. Now, guys, when I'm on stream, I make it very obvious to the enemy team, you have been reported for multiple hacks, you, and you, or the entire team. You'll see that also in the name and shame video that's coming up after this video this week. The problem is, these people take this outside of Valorant and come harass me on YouTube and come harass me on Twitch. I don't say whose name, the game name, not anyone's real name, obviously, but the game name. I don't say what they did or how they did it. All right, so I record on my list, as you know, on Word document, and I transfer that to the slides, and then the truth comes out later. But even people I have reported without telling them I've reported them have guilty consciences. So they come into my YouTube channel to profess their innocence, saying, I was just trying to have fun with my friends and, I don't really care about anybody else as long as I'm having fun. That's narcissism. That's self-important, self-indulgent, peer-pressured garbage behavior by very weak people. Those people are predestined to develop mental health disorders. That's just how it works. And that's where the medical information I'll share briefly with you today will show you from a brain perspective of how these people are already preconditioned or predisposed on a brain level to head down those pathways. So when you're dealing with something very toxic in Valorant, it's due to actually a chemical imbalance in their brain, whether it's schizophrenia, whether it's psychosis, whether it's sociopathic or narcissistic behavior traits. It is to do with the brain. And these people need to actually get a mental health check and a physical health check, because those people are going to continue to live their lives like that for the rest of their lives. These people you need to pity, but not tolerate in our community. And you shouldn't have to. It's a computer game. You are there to have fun. You are there to escape your busy, stressful, sometimes really angry life, to have fun, to have a positive mental health experience. right? That's why most people game, for fun, to break away from reality and have a break from your day. These people are trying to bring in their workplace narcissistic psychopathic behavior now into your downtime. They get a sick sensation of enjoyment from it. They enjoy seeing you suffer. It's their way of winding down, but in a very misconstrued way. It makes them feel happy and joyful and successful when you're suffering. I call these type of people subhuman because they do not share the same traits as a normal, healthy human being. Someone with empathy, respect, morals, ethics, somebody that is willing to put in the hard yards to have real success and move forward without having to take the easy road. People with integrity, grit, and determination are the ones that get ahead in life. It's the psychopaths, the sociopaths, the schizophrenics, and the very just downright lazy and peer pressured in a lot of cases, i.e. like the kid I just mentioned to you who wants to have fun with his friends. The peer pressure aspect. His friends are good at the game. They've grinded. He's just come in. He's using cheats to catch up to them so he can get up to a mortal or gold level, whatever level they are, very quickly in the ranks to play with them at their level. Although they're not playing in reality at that level, they're playing on screen at that level. So for me, this is why I don't bother with the competition side of Valorant at the moment very much, because truly about 60% of people playing in competition at the moment are hacking. They're cheating. And it might be something simple like aimbot. But that simple thing, sadly, with this addiction theology I'm speaking of, turns into something worse.
Testosterone is not the only substance that affects our physiology and psyche. It's commonly believed that, for example, dopamine is a pleasure hormone, serotonin gives us happiness, and oxytocin gives us love. But this is a very stereotypical misconception. After all, these neurotransmitters are involved in a variety of different processes and radically change a person's consciousness. Imagine two elderly people. One of them can't hold a spoon in his trembling hands and moves around in a wheelchair. The second claims that he is Napoleon, and you won't convince him otherwise. The only cardinal difference between them is that the former has a dopamine deficiency, which led to Parkinson's disease, and the latter has an excess, which made him schizophrenic. Dopamine makes people act, especially if there's a reward for the action. Therefore, it's wrong to call it a pleasure hormone. Rather, it's a desire hormone. Without dopamine, you wouldn't get up in the morning for a job you don't like, but with it, you will rise. After all, at work, they pay money that you can use to buy something nice. The level of dopamine in our bodies increases from delicious food, vivid memories, pleasant touches, and making love. The effect of the hormone is comparable to cocaine. You feel pleasure, but not euphoria. In this, you may focus too much on your thoughts and lose the motivation to do anything. That's why people who suffer from schizophrenia go crazy. They're so focused on their fantasies that they begin to perceive them as reality. That's why you shouldn't take cocaine. If you use it often, you can become psychotic and go off the rails. And when the effects of the drug are over, you feel crushed because of the dopamine drop and won't be able to perform the simplest physical tasks. People who experience panic attacks, anxiety, and social phobia tend to suffer from a serotonin imbalance. It's still unknown whether a lack or excess of serotonin triggers anxiety. On the one hand, a strong excess of serotonin can lead to a coma. On the other hand, research from Columbia University and the New York Psychiatric Institute has shown that people who commit suicide, on average, have 20% fewer serotonin neurons than the average person. In any case, we can thank serotonin for giving us normal sleep, a good appetite, and a good mood. But there's still someone to thank, your mother. More specifically, the oxytocin in her head. Thanks to this hormone, the mother doesn't eat her child immediately after birth, but protects and educates it. Oxytocin causes a sense of trust and security and reduces the level of fear and anxiety. The more oxytocin your brain releases, the stronger your intuition. And this is a key factor in communicating with people. If you're able to easily find a common language with strangers, then there's nothing wrong with your oxytocin levels. Those who suffer from a lack of oxytocin tend to be withdrawn and depressed people. It's difficult for them to understand the meaning of love. They often quarrel with their partner. The saddest sight is a mother who's ready to give up her own child due to low oxytocin levels. So the next time you get offended by your significant other over a minor detail, think about whether your oxytocin levels are okay. If you think materialistically, your personality is your brain. The neural connections that you've formed throughout your life and the neurotransmitters that affect brain receptors and shape your mood, this all makes you an individual. Think about it the next time you want to show other people that you're different. After all, there are no two people in the world with identical brains. Even twins are different. Share your thoughts about this in the comments. And thanks for watching.
So now you're seeing how the human brain works. Let's have a look at what people are doing to stop and ban these people from our community on large. So as we have here, the Human Vanguard, how GamerDoc is catching hundreds of Valorant cheaters. When Riot first unveiled Valorant, fans were understandably excited for what the new gaming experience the FPS is capable of, and the beta phase saw record-breaking numbers in both player base and viewership on Twitch. As with any competitive games, the enormous popularity also saw some major issues in regard to cheating, but it seemed that Riot was prepared for this and they had an answer for their players' concerns at the time. In comes Vanguard, Riot's custom game security software that the developers proudly gushed over and exhibited whenever they were questioned about how they plan to combat cheaters. While the system is in no means perfect, it has been effective when it comes to detecting and blocking certain cheats, but unlike how it was functioning in the beta, it seems Vanguard isn't blocking as many programs as there have been complaints that the system overheats users' PCs, among various other grievances. Now, yes, these are lower end PCs, laptops specifically. And look, there's a multitude of reasons why laptops overheat. Vanguard is very intensive on a kernel level, so it's actually pushing the CPU very hard for low-level PCs, and especially slow RAM and lack of RAM. So if you've got 8 gig of RAM, it's going to hammer the hell out of it, fill up the cache buffer, and, well, you're going to get slowdowns and that kind of janky, glitchy, lock-uppy kind of FPS drop in your game with frames per second, not actual shooting. Despite the fact Riot themselves have already issued thousands of bans in the beta stage, as well as after the game's release, it is still a problem that players across all skill rank levels experience. All skill rank levels, guys. I've said it a million times in-game, on stream. It doesn't matter what rank you are. It doesn't matter if you're playing unranked. Look at Deathmatch recently. DDoSing of all things. So this is exceptionally malicious code that's used by real-world hackers, not cheaters, right? And what we call hacking in Valorant is very much a misnomer. Hacking is entering malicious code into a network over the internet to an end-user device or multiple end-user devices, your PC, your mobile phone, your tablet, your laptop. These people are cheating, right? And using the word hacking is so wrong. Unfortunately, the younger generation don't have a very good, strong understanding of what hacking is compared to cheating. And that's unfortunately been the buzzword that people use for cheaters in computer games these days. So despite the fact Riot themselves have already issued thousands of bans in the beta stage as well as after the game's release, so from high-level profile players, complaints to some more casual instances is in the unrated games. It becomes apparent that while the prevention system isn't perfect, the ban system desperately needs to be improved, which leaves us with the question, is it better to have manual detection and ban checks with a large team of actual humans who are responsible for catching cheaters and banning them? Yes, you can't cheat a human. You can't cheat their eyes. So you know how many people have said to me, oh, they're not cheating, what do you know? And they fully abuse me, on stream. Guys, they're hackers. They're cheating. They're cheaters themselves. I had 2 meatheads who are security guards playing Valorant at work yesterday. At work. They're getting paid to do a job. They're defrauding their boss. They're committing a crime by playing a computer game at work when they're meant to be patrolling a site. Yeah, and they abused the heck out of me and said you must have dents in your head if you think these people are hacking. How else would they know? 1, they're rent-a-cops. They're not IT professionals. They haven't got 20 years experience behind them. And more importantly, you're hackers yourself. You're breaking the law and breaching your work contract by doing this in the first place. So it's once again the pot calling the kettle black. And this is a massive problem. This is the mental health aspect too. You've got undereducated people, that's one thing. Then you've got guys like this who are criminally minded. They are choosing to do the wrong thing actively in the workplace and play computer games and get paid to do so, or deceitfully get paid to do so. So you know for a fact their moral compass, their standards are extremely low to begin with. They're guys that wanted to become police but couldn't because they didn't pass the mental health checks, right? And this proves that in that respect. They're playing computer games while they're meant to be working and protecting the business from being broken into, right? Then you've got your normal everyday cheaters, right? Your 20-somethings who are so verbally aggressive and toxic and unstable. Then you've got the gamer girls who are 10 times worse than the guys, right? They're schizophrenics. They're psychopaths, right? If any girl ever speaks to you aggressively online, they're not healthy. It's simple. If any guy talks to you online and they're aggressive and toxic, they're unhealthy mentally. These are not healthy people. Yeah? And unfortunately, because of COVID, the lack of jobs, these people who would usually fly under the radar at work continue to exist in the workplace and not have time for computer games are flooding the gaming industry as we speak. They're the ones we need to report the most often of all, because they are the last people we want in our community, because they have no interest in playing the game and getting good at it. They have the interest in causing as much drama and hate as possible between people, starting teams into fighting with each other. They throw matches, which frustrates people, and they sit back and see what everyone's saying on the microphone and typing in the text. They're there to literally just participate in trouble. They're not there to play the game and have fun. You need to report them for offensive behavior every opportunity you get. And I'll update you on what's going on with the banning system as well in just a moment after I finish reading this as well. So, Gamerdoc reckons that the best way forward, and it's something he actively is trying to implement with his own efforts of catching out cheaters, just like myself. Gamerdoc, who's a 24-year-old former esports professional, has taken on the task of being an anti-cheat police with FPS games, just like I have. Primarily known for his work in Overwatch before moving to Valorant, Gamerdoc revealed that his investigations have led to hundreds of cheaters, including some high-profile ones, which I've already showed you the videos for, to be permanently banned from the game. Is this starting to make sense now? Right? Cheaters are a toxic element of our community that have to be gone permanently. And people like me, Gamerdoc in America, me in Australia, we are taking up that charge, but we need your help to support us doing that. We need you to also participate in that same activity, and don't have to be as overt as me and be so commercial about it as myself. Just quietly do it. Don't tell anyone else your team, especially if your team are hacking, right? Just quietly report. It's anonymous. No one's going to know you did it. No one's going to know in any way find out how it happened. Because I'm on Twitch, because I'm on YouTube, I'm a public figure as such, and I'm accessible. So I'm the one that they can make into a scapegoat and they can blame for what they've done wrong, to then have me turn around and absolutely destroy them in the comments section. You know who you are. Anyway, he said, currently in terms of visual and footage, there is nothing that I can use that's to say, yeah, you're cheating, because there is no replay and clips, and such is reality hard to obtain. Not the greatest English, I will have to say. I would love to have a demo or kill cam to find cheaters in a more efficient way. But currently, right now, I just have a system set up where some pro players or some semi-pro players can just report to me personally. Then I just collect all of that report and then give it to Riot for them to do internal reviews to those players, as I've been doing exactly the same thing, but with my followers, my YouTube supporters, as well as myself identifying these people and quietly going straight to Riot's website and manually reporting these people and describing exactly what they did and how they did it. These people have been permanently banned from Valorant for life already. Okay? It's not like it just goes into a black hole and disappears and no one ever does anything about it. There's so many names that I have not seen come back up on my screen in months. Months. They have disappeared. They are gone. They're never to come back. It works. It's just done really, really quietly now, so it doesn't heads up for the other hackers, right? They just disappear. Most hackers are not friends with other hackers, by the way. They are all out for their own agendas, right? None of them are friends. Although they call each other friend, they're not friends, right? They're there for mutual benefit and advancement only. They're not there to have a good time, get good at the game. They're there to cause trouble. And if they find someone else to cause trouble with, well, more the merrier. Yeah. So then I just collect all the report and give it to Riot for them to do. So taking action to remove a large amount of cheaters from Valorant permanently, players who have submitted reports against these individuals will be notified if they are currently logged on. Right? So if you walk away from your computer and you don't get a notification and you log off a couple of hours later and these guys get the actual report a day later, it happens obviously, if not in real time, the notification will come through, but you're offline. Don't think it didn't go through. It did. And they have got it and they are investigating it. I've got an account manager or a couple of account managers at Valorant already, and they give me regular email updates of where the investigation's at. Yeah. And that pretty much 90% of the time we have taken the appropriate actions against the offending player. Unfortunately, we can't give you the outcome, but it has been positively ruled in your favor. Yeah. So they're saying, yeah, they got banned, but I can't tell you how they got banned. Yeah, thank you for the help, Valorant, and a safe, highly competitive gaming experience. So why there are so many cheaters in Valorant already, despite the fact the game is only around, at the time, 2 months old. It's only 1 year old now, guys. 1 year. And it's got way worse. Hence why the new anti-cheat software that EA is using will also come to Riot shortly after, replace Vanguard, and it'll improve Vanguard dramatically, and your hardware is going to be banned. Your physical location is going to be recorded. Your IP address, no matter how many VPNs you try to use, will be spoofed and found. Your hardware, though, this is the big thing for you real hardcore wannabe hackers. When they ban your hardware, what they're doing is every new part of computers these days has a digital serial identification number. So not the little sticker on your video card or your motherboard. It's in your BIOS. It's in your firmware. It's in your actual CPU. Now, these things have been there for years because Well, one, the CPU has to be recognized as a genuine product to be able to use on the board, to be compatible with the board, to then have Windows register the devices and work. Yeah? Unlike those interesting Chinese CPUs that are out there at the moment in the market, and then weird motherboards, they can sometimes avoid this type of detection, but very rarely. And they're not high-performing parts anyway, so you wouldn't even be able to probably play games on them very well at all. These components have digital serial numbers baked into them. You can't erase them. You can't wipe them. They're factory identifiers for the product on a digital level. So when you, let's say you buy an MSI board or a Gigabyte board or an Asus board or an ASRock board, when you first register it and you put in that serial code from the back of the box, that goes sent through to the company. But what happens is when you're sending that registration information, if you've noticed the little thing does this for a little bit, it's cross-checking the digital serial code on your motherboard, not the serial code you've entered. They want to make sure that the serial code you entered is the same from the outside of the box to the digital code that's on the motherboard, so it marries up with the box you've actually typed the numbers in from. And their check is done digitally through certificates that you can't get rid of. It's all cached up. It's all SSL server stuff. And it checks the motherboard digital serial against the box serial you've put in to make sure it's actually the product that you actually have. So guys, for most of you, none of you know any of this stuff. I'm a tech guy. I know this stuff. Graphics cards 100% have firmware baked in digital serial numbers because of theft, because of the mining craze, because of all the other issues with the black market of video cards and eBay. So guys, look, you are in a situation now, if you were to continue to hack, your entire gaming life is about to stop forever. You will not be able to make another account. You will not be able to just build a new computer, even if you're going to get the parts at the moment. You will not be able to do anything. The only thing you could do is sell your computer to someone who doesn't play games, because if you do sell it on eBay or on Craigslist in America, and someone tries to log into Valorant or EA games and can't because the hardware is banned in it, God help you. The repercussions through eBay are straight up. You've sold basically blacklisted hardware, so you'll lose your eBay account. The money will be taken back off you, and you'll be in a world of trouble with solicitors. If you go through Craigslist, I wouldn't like to be you at the front door when the guy comes back. Yeah. And if you're stupid enough to buy off the back of a truck, that's on you. That's buyer beware. But that's the thing, right? You won't be able to sell your computer or your parts. You won't be able to get back onto any of these games ever again. Your IP address will be able to be spoofed, and no matter how many VPNs and tunnel softwares you use use tunneling to bounce you off all these nodes worldwide, it will still spoof back. You might get in the game for 15 minutes, half an hour, and then you're out again for life. So, and then that's once again, all your hardware again will be banned. You're not going to win. This is it. This is the apocalypse for cheating this year. That's it. It's over, guys. Stop cheating now and start winning by learning. Oh yeah, by the way, physical address as well. So your physical address, your IP address, your hardware ID, everything gets banned. So you'd have to move house, build a brand new computer, get a new internet provider, and do that every time you get banned, because you can't just open up another account. It'll automatically be banned and you won't get in. Simple. It's literally the end of the road. Anyway, so why are there so many cheaters in Valorant already? Despite the fact the game is only 2 months old, as we've said, GamerDoc stressed that the game's engine is a huge contributing factor as to why people have been able to create cheats. Not hacks, cheats. He said there are so many cheaters in Valorant is because of its engine. Unreal Engine 4 is open source. It's freely available. You get on the Epic website and you can download the engine at any time. So that means it's a lot more susceptible to custom code being written to subvert all of what Valorant have been able to achieve with Vanguard. So it's an open engine. Anybody can use it. Anybody can make a cheat for it. The real thing is about actually bypassing the anti-cheat and finding the vulnerabilities in the anti-cheat and such to actually cheat. Most cheaters just use pixel aimbots or micro scripts or memory aimbots, and there's your problem. If someone DDoSes you or hacks your game and it crashes to desktop, the usual stuff that happens, it's all gets kept in your memory, your random access memory, your volatile memory. You continue to keep on trying to play like I have been recently. It'll crash your game every so very few minutes, 5 minutes, 4 minutes, and it'll concurrently do that again and again and again until you restart your computer, because you need to flush your RAM by doing a full system restart, not a shutdown, a restart, and flush your RAM, boot your computer again, and get back into the game. And if you get DDoSed again, guess what? Restart your game. Another reason why it's so important we get rid of these people. And if no one person on the enemy team owns up for it, report the entire enemy team for DDoS attacks. Multiple DDoS attacks if that's the case. Okay? This is malicious code. It is dangerous and it can damage your hardware if you're not using the correct antivirus software to begin with. Do not trust Microsoft Windows Defender is what I'm saying. Get something proprietary. All right, I use System Mechanic Ultimate Defense. It has its own proprietary antivirus software, and that's what stops any of the Trojans or anything getting onto my computer. It blocks them and intercepts and sends back something called the ping of death to the person sending it, which usually crashes their game, or will then put the virus back onto their computer quietly, and they'll find out in a couple of days when their own virus is biting them in the backside. Good fun. Gamerdoc published his findings via his Anti-Cheat Police Department Twitter account when it drew mass attention after he accused G2 Esports player Artis for cheating in Valorant. Artis, who maintained his innocence like they all do, was later cleared by Riot over the accusations, which Gamerdoc then publicly apologised for. When pressed on what he makes of this Artis situation now, Gamerdoc simply said he wanted to move on. Stopping a storm before it happens, today we received information about Artis CS, match fixing and cheating in Valorant, and as he has done in CSGO. So Riot cleared the guy because he's big. Though he'd already been match fixing and cheating and making money out of doing exactly that, what Gamerdoc reported him for, right, in Valorant. See how psychopaths and money? Riot is no different to any other developer. They want money. They charge $30 for a skin for your gun. Right? They're not there to look after you. But industry and gamers have pushed back so aggressively to say, look, if you don't fix it, we're not going to play your game. And without us, they don't exist. And they've finally worked that out. And their thick, mentally unhealthy, psychotic brains across industry, not just Riot, but everyone, has realized, oh shit, if everyone boycotts our game and doesn't buy it, play it, pay for stuff, we're not going to have a job. Yeah, that's the way it's always been, guys. You finally woke up. Congratulations! Because that's where we're at. I have almost 80 people who have not been on since October, maybe mid-November last year, who just don't come on anymore because the psychopaths, the toxics, they don't spend any money in Valorant. They don't buy skins. They don't make the company any money. They're doing the opposite. They're stopping people from wanting to play the game. So it's killing the game. And people like you guys who aren't reporting and fighting back and stopping playing, which I completely understand, don't get me wrong. I've left other go. I left Star Citizen because of its dramas there, right? But if you're to play any game and you catch a hacker, cheater, please, God will report them, because it's the only way anyone's ever going to get control of the situation at hand. What I call it is a social cancer. Yeah, we need to drag things back to reality and not let these mentally unstable nutters that you've already seen in the video and how the brains work take control of the situation and ruin it for others. In the schoolyard, if there's a bully, stand up to him in numbers. Don't have you on one because he will knock you flat, or she. Stand up in numbers. And if we stand up in numbers as a community, we will flush the garbage out of it. Then we can make an example with guys like GamerDoc in America, me here in Australia, other people all around the world who are willing to stand up and be the face of, cop the hate and the aggro and the guilty consciences, you know, and drag this out to the public, for the public to see, which is what I'm doing here, to help you guys understand that we are the mass majority. We have to fight back and we can't be lazy. We've got to do this for the benefit of us. Because otherwise games are simply not going to exist anymore, guys. This massive, huge industry, this release that we get from our stressful days at work or at school or at university will no longer exist. And computers will become a thing of the past. Everyone will just have a stupid mobile phone. And you want to play mobile phone games for the rest of your life? Ask yourself that question. I don't. I do not. No. So that's that. Let's have a look here. Esportsnet. Cheating in FPS games. Why do players cheat and what can be done? This is very much the same kind of argument. This is focused around all games bar Valorant because it's an older article. But it's been something that's been going on for so long now that people are starting to normalize cheating. It's like, oh yeah, you're cheating. Well, that's what everyone does. No. Statistically, factually speaking, guys, only about 15% of the Valorant community cheat. It's just that they're on all the time cheating. Now, in 2022, it's about 85% of the community are cheating and 15% aren't. Why? Because the other numbers are no longer logging in and playing. All that's left is the hackers. There's a small minority of us, 15%, that, you know, you've seen on the last couple of streams. My first game on the other day was fantastic. It was actually 2 platinum level teams against each other, me being on one of those teams, and I was popping off. Yeah, because no one was cheating, right? And it was an awesome experience, and it was a super close game right to the last second. Yeah, we just won. Yeah, and everyone congratulated everyone on the game, like, geez, your guys are really good. No, you guys are really good. Yeah, that's the way this game is meant to be played. It's meant to be fun, competitive. Yeah, come down to the wire. You don't need to be cheating to have fun. And you don't need to ruin other people's experiences because you're a narcissist or a psychopath. Go get some help. Get medicated if you need to be. Get therapy. Because all you're doing is ruining it for yourself and everybody else. And what happens if you kill gaming? What's your next vice going to be? Going into the local casino and, you know, snickering in people's ears? You're going to lose that turn. Press the button, I dare you. You're going to lose $100,000. Get help. You're missing parts of you that you need. You need your brain rebalanced. You need those chemicals in your brain to be fixed because you're ruining your own life in the process. You're actually doing much more damage to yourself than anybody else can ever do to you by doing what you're doing and not getting help. That's the psychology of cheating in Valorant, guys. Guess what game that is? Right. The moral of the story is, guys, is why cheat at all? Well, I just read that Riot banned over 9,000 accounts because of cheating, and I don't get why people spend $100+ to cheat in a game. Isn't it more fun when you figure things out by your own and improve your skills? Yes, that's the black and white answer. There's no, but this in my opinion. No, that's a fact. I wonder what kind of personality these cheaters have in real life. that you need to cheat in a game to feel successful. Everything I've just said in this video so far. I usually play non-competitive games, so I'm sorry if this question irritates you. No, you're right. You're 100,000% right. These people have mental health issues. These people are under peer pressure by kids that are better than them, and they feel the need to, they have to perform with them straight away. Or these are people who are young people who are already developing mental health disorders. It's just, that's what it comes back to. There's an epidemic worldwide and nobody's talking about it. Why? Because it costs money. Mental health is a multi-trillion dollars, no such word as zillion, otherwise I'd use that, dollar industry. It's the biggest industry on the face of the planet right now. Gold is not anywhere near worth, by weight, the value of mental health medication and treatment in this world. Fact. Read up about it. Google's there. It's all easily accessible information. Their fun doesn't come from winning. They just want to get into situations with strangers in which they are congratulated for their skill. Otherwise, they feel like seeing some poor people rage. They're losers who aren't good, but want to feel good. Or they're losers who just want to bum other people out without gaining anything from it, even if it costs them a lot of money. Psychosis. Psychotic people don't think logically. They're not smart about things that they're doing. They're impulsive. They're very, very self-prioritizing and very unstable in the way in which they execute thoughts. Some people are bad at video games but want a sense of validation, lack of others' hobbies or mental outlets, etc. Bottom line is that cheating takes away the challenge, which is the whole reason I play. I play to get better and push myself. Yes, exactly. What have I been doing, guys? And I've got better. You've seen it. If you saw my first stream to now, I've got better. I will continue to get better. It's just going to take time and dedication and effort. You know? Cheaters are just smooth brains who sadly have bad genes that don't allow them to actually get good at anything in life. So they resort to spending mummy's credit cards for cheats they don't understand to win games they don't know how to play. Fact. In games like Battlefield, COD and CSGO, a lot of them don't even do that much. They just use public, free, undetected cheats. Vanguard probably discourages the vast majority of potential cheaters just with the knowledge that the public cheaters are safe. I ain't bothered when I was around 13 and this was it. Then it just started to be unfun and I realized I could be a decent player without hacks. This is what I'm trying to do, is get through to you young guys out there and girls. Don't. You are at the beginning of your gaming career. You don't need hacks. If your friends are better than you at the moment, give it 3 months. Yeah, you'll pick up really quickly compared to us older people, that skill set. And in 3 months' time, you'll probably be better than your mates because they're probably using hacks here and there and everywhere. Trust in yourself. You are capable. Just put in the effort. Do your homework and then sit down, put in 2-3 hours a day, and you're going to be awesome within a few months. I promise you. It's something crazy like 96% of hackers have a super tiny penis. Just mad at life and have to ruin everyone's day because they hate themselves. No, that's not a fact. That's just Reddit. Over the cheater last night, dude acted surprised when we called him out, and then never said anything after that. So this is unranked. You're not gaining anything. I'm just here to get matches in for ranked. Guys, if you're a hacker, a cheater, you're an idiot because you're just screwing yourself over and getting called out for it all the time, getting in trouble for it all the time. Doesn't that incentivize you to stop? It would certainly incentivize me to stop. You're mad. Get help, please. I had one 2 days ago, got a notification yesterday that they were banned. See? So the notifications do come through, but via email, not in-game. On and on we go. Guys, the moral of the story is most people that hack, cheat, aren't very healthy people mentally. They have massive shortcomings in their person. Their moral and ethical compass don't exist. They have no empathy. They can't understand what it's like to feel how others feel. They don't care as well. They like and enjoy and get a sick sense of satisfaction out of hurting you. These are psychopaths. These are schizophrenics. These are sociopaths. Okay? They're your trolls. They're your toxics. They're your hackers. There is a mental health epidemic. We have to deal with it, and we have to start with gaming. If we do it in gaming, we're going to be able to do it in other areas of our life afterwards. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I'm going to leave you with a very, very satiristic video caught by a gentleman who is a streamer, won't mention his name, overseas, who caught a hacker in-game, had the hacker openly admit he was hacking, and got it on Google against the Vanguard system for free. And this is why Vanguard's getting the hardware-based anti-hack, anti-cheat system in this year. Thank you so much for watching the video, and enjoy the rest. And as per usual, and as always, peace out. Cheers.
Hi guys, before the video starts, I just wanted to say that 76% of you aren't. No, I just wanted to tell you that you are loved and amazing. Enjoy the video.
You'll see in game, bro. I'll get 30 kills. Wanna bet? Wanna bet? How many kills do you think I can get?
15.
15. That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
I'll do 30 kills. Bro, I'm not in my main elo. I'm radiant, bro. You'll see. It's easy win. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm radiant. Just saying.
So if you won't get 30 kills, you will PayPal me $10, okay?
Okay, that's fine. But if it doesn't count if they surrender.
What? Okay.
That's 2 on the board.
One enemy remaining.
That's 4.
And that's all you get. Now you die every round.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Nah, bro.
Man, can you stop hacking? Like, you're not smurfing, you're just fucking hacking. Like, okay, man, that's
I'm
fucked
going
up.
in.
Why you hack?
Hacking? What do you mean?
This guy's hacking. Man.
What? 7 kills, bro. I would get nervous if I was you.
This guy's cheating for sure. This guy's cheating.
One enemy remaining.
Are you fucking serious, man?
What?
Why you hack? Like. Okay, report it. I will troll him. I have to troll him. What? Man, stop fucking cheating. Are you fucking...
Hacking? What do you mean?
Why do you do that? Like,
What
hello?
a fanboy, lol. What a fanboy. I'm
What
not
do you
fanning
mean
your bro.
fanboy?
Oh, fuck off. You're a fanboy.
Fanboy of what?
Of me, bro. Stop following me, bro.
Yeah, fanboy. You're so good, man. So good.
One enemy remaining.
Are you fucking serious? Where is he? Tell me. Where is he? You don't have wall hack? You have only aimbot?
Let's go.
Man, let's go. How many games did you play and you didn't get banned?
Like a week.
How? Like, what the fuck?
What? What's the...
Like, where did you get the hack? Did you pay for it?
What do you
Or
mean? Ah, they're free. On Google.
on Google?
Yeah, I just typed in Valorant hack.
And that's all.
Okay, Jade. Time
Yep.
to fly.
And you are not banned yet.
Nope.
What?
What's the problem? Bro, what you're doing is not helping you, bro. I got you, bro. Don't worry about it.
What do you mean I got you? That's not fucking fair. Yeah, just a hit.
One enemy remaining.
20-0 this
Easy
guy.
as fuck.
Man, easy as fuck, do it without cheats.
Yeah, sure, bro. I'm not even cheating.
No, man.
Use the voice.
Why? Why?
Disrespectful behavior, sabotaging the team. Threats reported.
Okay, man, okay.
Last player stand.
Finally, this guy died.
One enemy remaining.
I'm not boosting you, bro. Fuck off.
What the?
Last player standing.
Please kill him, please. Nice. One more this guy. Like he has even the basic crosshair. Like he didn't even change it.
One enemy remaining.
Okay. Reyna, you're so skilled. Like, how do you do that? He lost. Oh my god, Reyna, you're so bad, so boosted.
Wow, good one, bro. I'm so mad right now.
How did you lose against like?
I'm so mad right now.
You're
Keep
fucking
talking, bro. You're
cheating
making me
and
really
you
mad.
lost 1v1.
Damn, you're making me really angry. Keep doing that.
Okay, man. Okay, you're just bad. That's all. Like, why would you cheat?
Wow, good one, man. I'm so mad. Keep doing that. Fuck, I can't play, man. You're trolling me so good.
How did you die again? Like, you're so fucking bad.
I don't know, bro. Must be an issue with my cheat.
Last.
Die fucking bitch. Die, man. Man, how did you die again? You're so bad. I don't know how you even get to diamonds too. Like, you're so fucking boosted.
You're 2 and 6, bro.
You're 2-6, bro.
You're 2-6.
I'm
hello?
2-6. I'm throwing holding.
One enemy remaining.
What the hell? Does it satisfy you to finally
Get your
kill
score
someone?
up before you talk to me. I can't hear you, man.
Oh my god, imagine cheating and then saying this. Man, you are basically cheating because you suck at the game, that's all. And you cannot, like, rank up normal way.
Damn, you missed.
Like you without the cheats.
One enemy remaining.
Oh my god, you're so fucking boosted, Reyna.
Wow, you wasted all your shit.
Last player.
Wow, you wasted all your shit.
Player standing.
Damn, your shit.
Oh, why did you die, cheater? Tell me, man.
Reload. Last player standing.
Imagine cheating. Oh my god, because you cannot win.
Damn, you suck.
And if swallow will fucking come.
Reloading. One enemy remaining.
Man, just grow up. Just grow up. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this guy will be banned in the future. And see you next time. Bye.